Jason Clockrest, and today on Low Gear, we're going to be driving one of the most fuel miserly vehicles in existence. Now you may be asking yourself, surely this must be an electric vehicle or some kind of plug-in hybrid. Well, it's not. And the car is over 40 years old. It's a diesel station wagon that was made by Datsun. Now you may be asking yourself, Jason, how can this be one of the most fuel economic cars on the roadway? It's a 1982 Datsun station wagon. It has 80 brake horsepower and 120 pound-feet of torque. It has a 0 to 60 time of 18.5 seconds and a quarter-mile time of 21.8 seconds. It has an inline 6-cylinder diesel engine with the Jatco 3-speed automatic. What kind of mileage could this possibly get? 20, 30, 40? No. This car gets 80 miles per gallon. It's obviously been modified from its stock form because there's no way that this car, when it was new or even today, would normally get 80 miles per gallon. So let's open up the bonnet and see what's going on. Hello. Now you may be asking yourself, what's so special about this 2.8 liter inline 6-cylinder diesel engine that makes it get 80 miles per gallon? Well, it's this monstrosity right here that allows this vehicle to run on used vegetable oil. What do you say we go for a proper drive? Safety first. Yes. Listen to that 80 brake horsepower purr. Alright, here we go. On the main roadway. Oh yes. With no power steering, you can really feel everything that the road has to offer. Yes. Yes, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna give her all she's got. Come on, come on. 35, 40, 45 miles per hour. As you can see, this 2.8 liter diesel really has some get up and go. Now, the 1982 Datsun Maxima was really quite the luxurious car for its day. A luxury class vehicle would come with the 3-speed automatic with the lockup torque converter, or you could get a 5-speed manual transmission. This model has the Japco 3-speed with the lockup converter. With all 4 power windows standard, air conditioning, an AM/FM radio with cassette player, built-in equalizer, and the talking lady. What is the talking lady, you might ask? Well, the talking lady was an annoying voice box that Nissan had installed thinking that it was helping people. But really, all it wanted to do was make you want to scratch your ears out from the blood-curdling voice of the talking lady. Now, the talking lady in this car has been disabled because there's only one speaker. But it's still there, quietly screaming in its shrill voice, "The key is in the ignition. The key is in the ignition. Lights are on. Lights are on. Fuel is low. Fuel is low." And other such extremities that really you would know just from looking at the dash or listening for the dinger. But no, Nissan had to go above and beyond and install the talking lady. It really is a lovely driving vehicle, ever so smooth. Now, with the flip of a switch, we'll be driving for free. That switch switches from the normal diesel system that the car was equipped with to the auxiliary tank that is filled with used vegetable oil. Now you may be asking yourself, where would a person find used vegetable oil? Well, if you hit up your small local restaurants and mini markets, oftentimes they will give it to you for free versus paying someone to come take it away like a recycling service. Pulling back onto the motorway will give the car all she's got. With our foot to the floor, we accelerate like the speed of sound to 50, 55, 60 miles per hour in just 18.5 seconds. "65, 70, 75, come on, 80, 80, with a horrendous cloud of smoke." So you may be asking, when the car runs on vegetable oil, what kind of smells does the exhaust emit? Well, for whoever's following you, the exhaust is quite pleasant, with smells of fried chicken and French fries. Who wouldn't get hungry? Now you may be wondering, Jason, when the car is running on vegetable oil, it's still running on a fuel. How does the car get 80 miles per gallon? Well, it doesn't really get 80 miles per gallon. But if you figure the diesel, which you have to put in the car for starting and stopping purposes, if you're only counting the fuel that you pay for toward your mileage, that's where that number comes. Because you see, this car could go approximately 1,000 miles on one tank of diesel. But the rest is all vegetable oil. So, roughly, this car uses 1 tank of diesel fuel and 3 tanks of vegetable oil that is free to go that 1,000 miles. So really, in the thick of it, you're only paying for the 1 tank to go about 1,000 miles. And granted, that's 1,000 miles of driving in the village. That isn't on the highway. That's just strictly city mileage. That's pretty impressive. Now you may be asking yourself, Jason, how does this work? Well, there's a lift pump here that helps pull the thick vegetable oil from the rear auxiliary tank. It then passes through this bar and plate heat exchanger that is heated by the engine coolant to a temperature that makes the oil thin enough to where it can go through the filter to separate any last minute particles before it goes into the injection pump. And that is the 82 Nissan station wagon that gets 80 miles per gallon. Really, when you think about it, it's quite amazing and cheap on the wallet. Now you may be thinking to yourself, there's a mini market right down the street. Maybe I can get their free throwaway oil and run it in my petrol car. Well, you can't, because you can only run used vegetable oil in a diesel engine. And it helps if they're old and crappy. That's all for today's Low Gear. Thanks for watching. Hi everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Low Gear. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you weren't bored out of your mind watching it. So if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, because I like doing stuff like this. And so aside from machining and building random stuff for cool cars, occasionally I'll also spit out some spin-off spoof video like this. So I hope you enjoyed, and be sure to check back. Thanks.